G'day, Wester here, how you going? Hey look, today we're going to do a troubleshooting tutorial on how to repair lawnmower motors and get them started if you're having troubles at home. Basically there's three common issues. There's bad fuel, there's bad spark plug, and there's a timing pin partial shear or full shear. The first one, bad fuel, you tell that by basically draining the fuel out of the bottom of the tank, and you pull the hose off and drain some, and if it looks yellow or a yellowy colour, a stale colour, then it's definitely stale. So you'll need to drain the tank and also drop the bottom off the fuel bowl and drain that as well completely, and then fill it up with fresh fuel. In the workshop, to drain the fuel, you've got to basically get a pair of pliers and hold this clip open, and then pull this flexible line off the tank and let it drain. And then the fuel bowl, you need to get it on this particular motor, it's 11mm or 3/8 spanner. Now undo this bowl and take this bowl right off, and then turn it upside down and clean it out. Make sure it's all clean. Put it all back together again, and then put some brand new fresh fuel in it. Second issue is checking it for spark. Basically what you do is you remove the spark plug from the engine, you reconnect it up to the HT lead, and then you put a pair of gloves on. I normally do, so that I'm not going to get a shock, because a HT lead will give you a shock if you try and pull start it. And then either get someone to give you a hand and pull start the mower while touching the spark plug in with the HT lead connected onto the side of the block. I'll give you a bit of a demonstration on that in a minute. Okay, great. So doing the spark plug, here's your HT lead here. Remove that carefully. Then get your spanner, your socket. It's a 13/16 socket, and then just make sure you don't cock it over, and because you can actually break this insulator on the plug. So you just crack the seal. Excuse, I'm not actually cracking it. So we pull the plug off. This is a brand new plug that I've put on here, and then connect it back into the HT lead. Also make sure that inside the HT lead there's a contactor in there that, if you can see, I don't know if you can see in there, but you can actually close that up if you have to, if it's loose on the plug. But if it's nice and tight and clicks in there and holds in there, then you shouldn't have a problem there. So what we do is get a pair of gloves, hold it onto the side of the engine like so. Okay, so we're going to hold the plug like so against the side of the cylinder head like that, and make sure you've got the actual cable in the start position, or you won't get any spark. So if it's in the stop position, it's designed to cut the spark. So make sure you've got it in the start position, and then when you actually pull this, you should see the spark go through the yeah, I've got plenty of spark there. Okay, once you've proved you've got spark, you can put it back in and tighten it up again. Doesn't have to be overly tight either. You don't have to swing off it, because if you do it too tight you'll strip the threads. It's only an aluminium head, and you'll strip the threads in it. So once you've confirmed you've got spark, if your old spark plug's a clunky old spark plug and it's a very dull yellow kind of spark, then change the plug. I mean, you know, you're talking $7, $5, whatever it is. It's cheap. Do that and you'll have a bit more reliability factor. And the third thing is a partial shear or a complete shear of the aluminium Woodruff key that actually does the timing, holds the flywheel onto the top of the crankshaft, and because it's a big heavy weight pretty much, to help balance the engine and more power, or balanced power, and it's also designed for the spark, for the CDI unit. If you hit a root or a tree root or a piece of concrete or anything that will actually snap that blade as it's spinning at a high RPM, bang, what that can do is ricochet through the whole crankshaft, and the pin at the top will partially shear, which controls the timing of when the actual ignition spark actually happens. So if that's actually shorn, it will actually retard the timing, and you'll have backfiring, or it won't even start. So check the other two out first. But if you've definitely done something like that, you've been out mowing the lawns and you've gone and bang, hit into a tree root, and it's just gone, stalled the whole thing, and you cannot start it again, guarantee you that keyway is shorn off. Okay, well, let's head out to the workshop and get into it. So once you've done that, those two things, clean your fuel, and you've put a new plug in, or your plug full spark, you give it a prime. Fine. That's it. We're good to go.